Three telltale signs of ineffective management practices that signals an erosion to your company's culture, slowly killing your business. Welcome to Insights Corner Episode 3, Three Telltale Signs of Ineffective Management Practices. This series, Insights Corner, takes businesses' most complex problems, shed the clutter and busywork, extracting practical bite-sized insights you can apply to your business today. This episode, Three Telltale Signs of Ineffective Management Practices, touches on the negative micro-behaviours that pollutes organizational culture while silently damaging your brand and eroding your profitability in the process. Three telltale signs of ineffective management practices we will address in this episode are 1. When managers excessively use fear or threats to manage their team. 2. When managers abuse the need-to-know policies to assert power over others. And 3. When managers encourages peer complaining or employees running to the boss. These management practices are killing your business in that 1. The abuse of coercive power creates an environment of fear. Employees that are afraid perform poorly. 2. The use of withholding information to assert influence over others creates frustration which results in poor productivity. And 3. A boss that entertains the perception of running to the boss creates dysfunction and distrust among the team. Telltale sign number 1. The excessive use of coercive power. As a manager, you automatically have certain powers in order to do your assigned job, such as legitimate power, the power to manage all the activities necessary in leading a team. 2. Reward power, the power to reward and recognize individuals for exceptional performance or positive reinforcement. And 3. Coercive power, the power to punish individuals for unfavorable behaviors or negative reinforcement. The excessive use of coercive power is a topic of constant management discussion and studied extensively. My accounting course defined coercive power as the ability that allows an authority figure to influence another individual to deliver a result by using fear or threat as incentive. The abuse of coercive power is a dysfunctional management practice that affects your business. How can you tell if managers are abusing their coercive power? We indicated earlier that employees that works in a constant state of fear often performs poorly. These poor performance includes an increase in the number of human errors due to compromised judgment. 2. Increase in absenteeism or an increase in the number of sick days. 3. An increase in turnover or brain drain as skilled employees often leave their bosses. Human error, absenteeism, and high turnover rates resulting from an abuse of coercive power are additional costs to your organization, a cost that reduces your profitability. Telltale sign number 2. Managers abuse the need-to-know policy as a mean to assert power over others. All business operates with some level of need-to-know. When managers provide employees with only the information they believe they need to know in order to do their jobs effectively, regardless of whether the individual works in a highly sensitive environment with classified data or in an environment with sensitive personal information, employees are normally given the relevant information to be able to do their assigned jobs effectively. Exceptions excluded. Managers that constantly abuse the need-to-know policies to assert power over others, deliberately withholding information that negatively affects that person's performance, is a dysfunctional management practice that is slowly killing your business. The cost to the business when information is deliberately withheld are 1. An increase in operating costs due to rework resulting from new information being provided. 2. A degrading in quality when tasks are poorly completed due to misinformation. And 3. An increase in hiring costs due to the high turnover rate as frustrated employees leave the organization. These costs increase operating costs, eroding your business profitability. Telltale sign number 3. When managers encourages employees to run to the boss to complain about their peers. When managers entertain employees running to them to complain about others in their absence, using opinions and not facts, this encourages gossiping, a form of unhealthy management practice that leads to the development of distrust and dysfunctional behaviors within the team. The effects of distrust and dysfunctional behaviors are 1. A decrease in collaboration or less teamwork. 2. An increase in unproductive time as employees become more guarded and defensive of their work. 3. an increase in the number of poor decisions made using unvetted information. A decrease in collaboration, increase in unproductive time, and poor decisions are more difficult to measure. However, it erodes your culture, affects your brand, and dilutes your profitability. Two small, impactful suggestions that can be applied immediately if any of these telltale signs exist in your organization are 1. Be specific. Be specific when instructing your team or when discussing issues. Provide context, as context serves to reduce ambiguity and confusion. Define task details, deliverables, and due dates. Provide complete information, all relevant information needed to complete a task, and encourage appropriate feedback. And 2, a second small impactful action you can apply today to improve your management practice is encourage transparency. Transparency encourages a more comprehensive discussion, removing information gaps and opportunities to insert fear or threat in the assigning of tasks. And transparency encourages a group dialogue when a conversation begins to shift from facts to opinion, staying focused on the issue and not the person. Being transparent and specific, 1, reduces the need to inflict fear or threat in order to get the job done properly. 2, adds structure and remove areas or gaps that can affect the dissemination of the required information needed to execute a task. And 3, clarification and context combined with proper definition of task reduces opportunities for employees to run to the boss using opinions as facts. We understand 2 facts. 1, change will only happen if there is executive buy-in or if there is a desire to change. And 2, sometimes we aren't aware of how our practices are affecting our businesses. If you are interested in improving, be specific, be transparent, and you will experience an improvement in productivity, a reduction in cost, and improvement in the effectiveness of your management practice. If you are experiencing any of these telltale signs of ineffective management practices in your organization, and you don't have the time or the resources, we can help. At NM Corporate Strategy, our purpose is to make your growth and transformation effortless and affordable for the small and medium-sized businesses. We work with you to identify the root cause, appropriate action, and measure your progress so you can lead with confidence. This and each episode in this series, produced every other month, promises thought-provoking insights that can begin your organization transformational process immediately. Follow us so you don't miss any episode in this exciting series. Your business will thank you. Don't hesitate to contact us for a free 1-hour risk-free consultation. Thank you for your time. This has been your host, Nalini Manik, your strategic thought partner. Until next time, think effectiveness, operate strategically, and proactively protect your culture.